Greetings, Covies. It is Saturday and it is WOD 3 for the Quarantine Open. And I want to say congratulations to everyone who's participating because these workouts have been really hard and you guys are killing it. So way to keep me motivated. I'm happy to be joining you for WOD 3. All right, so today's workout is as follows. We are going to be doing our open workout followed by some more heavy duty conditioning accessory work, which has been awesome. So we're going to start with a very common rep scheme for the open and for CrossFit in general, which is 21, 15, 9. And our two movements are burpees over the dumbbell. I guess you could use a bar as well. But I'd probably go for a dumbbell and not like a baby dumbbell, like a little, you know, that a doll would have that's like that tall, like a real hex dumbbell. Or if you have a kettlebell or something like that and you want to lie it flat, that's fine too. But something to give you about a couple inches of height. So we are doing burpees and they are bar facing, or I should say dumbbell facing or implement facing. And then we go into lateral jumpovers. So that's just jumping side to side over that implement. But those reps are ×4. So if you don't have a functioning brain because you don't even know what day it is, that is 84, 60, and 36, right? Yeah. And then our conditioning piece, we're gonna go for some bicep pump. We're gonna go for 3 rounds of 21s. So that's 7 curls that are gonna be just at your lower half. That's gonna be 7 from the top half. And then that's gonna be 7 reps full. So we can use that with 1 dumbbell, 2. You can use a kettlebell if that's what you have. You can use a gallon of milk, whatever works for you at home. Plenty of options to get that pump. Then we're gonna superset directly into 10 bent over rows and we'll go over all of that as we go. All right, so let's get started with a little bit of a warm up. We're just getting the heart rate up. We're gonna stretch a little bit, open our hips, and get our calves nice and warm for all of the jumping that we're gonna do today. All right, so we're just gonna start nice and easy with 15 jumping jacks. So join me. That's 15, I'm going to high knees. So try to get those knees nice and high. And then butt kickers. Nice and quick feet. Good. We're going to stand here. We're going to hinge down on one leg and we're going to basically do a one-legged deadlift with no implement. So it'll look like this. Good core stability. We're going to switch legs. Really try to find that balance in the center of your foot. We're going to go 10 reps total. It's 5 for me. Two more. Good. Then I want you to find either something to hold on to just for some balance. We're just going to do some leg swings. About 10 per side. If you can do these free form, God bless you. Good. Other leg. Do about 10 per. And then I'm going to face the wall. And I'm just going to go side to side. Again, if you can go free fall, what's it called? Free hand. And switch legs. Really just getting our hips nice and open. Hip flexors, groin. Good. One of my favorite warm-up movements, we're gonna do 3 inchworms. So we're gonna nice and slow, touch your toes, walk out, give me a push-up into a down dog, and walk yourself back in. And we're gonna stretch up to the sky and back down. Full push-up into a down dog. Really drive that head past those biceps. And one more. Push up, down dog. We're gonna walk in. Good, we're actually gonna go right back down to a down dog. Walk yourself out. And we're gonna roll out our feet. With all these body weight workouts, we put a lot of pressure on our feet. So tend to them, use a lacrosse ball, use a roller. A rolling pin is awesome to stand on and kind of roll around on. Good, we're just gonna drop our hips to the ground and cobra up. If you did Friday's workout, the V-ups, you might be feeling them today. We're gonna go back to a down dog. And then I'm gonna slide one foot forward into a perfect lunge. And what I'm gonna actively do is press my knee to the outside, and I'm gonna turn my belly button towards that knee. My back leg is nice and locked, hips off the ground. Sink a little lower. Good, we're gonna sit back and stretch out that hammy. Good. We're gonna switch around other side, perfect lunge. I won't face you for this one. So again, I'm gonna take this hand, drive that knee to the outside, and then turn that belly button towards that knee. That's good. Then we're gonna drop the back knee and slide those hips back for that ham and glute stretch. Good, good. We're gonna swing those knees around, and you're gonna give me 5 cat to cow. Now on the cow, I really want you to pull those shoulder blades back so they retract, almost like you're trying to pin a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Lift that head up. 3, 4, and 5. Good, we're gonna talk about burpee efficiency. One of the things that we like to do when we snap our hips up is go wide. So I'm gonna give you an example. I'm sure you've seen us do this before. If you're on the bottom of your burpee here, and you're bringing your hips up, and you bring your feet under your hips entirely, you're now at the bottom of a very low, deep squat. And you have to have this range of motion to get up. Versus, flop down, our hips come up, nice and wide. I'm already in a sumo kind of stance, and it's a very easy hop over. And I don't even have to stand up and open my hips all the way. So what I want to do, Coach Maria did this a couple of weeks ago, and I loved it. It's kind of that surfer, pretend we're getting on a surfboard. So I'm going to say go. We're going to go down from a lying up burpee position. I'm going to say go, and as fast as you can, get up into a low kind of half sumo squat. All right? Down on the ground. And go. And stand. Back down. And go. And stand. Back down. And go. And stand. So the faster you can snap those hips, get into a good jumping position, you're ready to go over that dumbbell. So for fun, find your implement and give me 4 burpees with a nice snap of the hip up over your dumbbell. So get your legs nice and close to that dumbbell. right, good. Heart rate should be up a little bit. Join me into the bottom of a sitting position. We're gonna bring our feet together, just a little bit more hip opening before we get started. We'll do a little jumping over the dumbbell. So some of you have done this before. It's a great way to open your hip. You can hold something over your head, or you can lock your hands here. But all we're gonna do is bring one foot while keeping our torso as still as we can behind us. Pause it there. Bring it back around. Here, it's kind of hard on a carpet. You get a little stuck. Give me 3 per side. I know some of you struggle with this. If you're having a hard time keeping your hands overhead, the goal is to stay stable. So I'd rather you isolate the hip and give yourself a little bit of support if you can't manage to stay pretty steady here in the core. So a little assist is not a bad thing. We're just trying to get full range of motion in this hip joint. Good. All right. We're going to go back to a down dog one more time. Then we're going to roll those feet one more time. Good. We're going to drop our knees to the ground. We're going to pull back to a child's pose. I'm going to slide my hips forward a little bit more to like a puppy dog. Up there. And then we're going to splay all the way out. One arm to the side. Let's turn away. Open up that chest and shoulders. Doing a lot of pushing today. Off the ground. And switch sides. Good. One more time, down dog. Whoops. One more time. Let's bring those knees all the way in. Full range of motion on the bottom of those heels. Walk yourself in. And let's just go over the lateral, over the bar, which is just going to be jump. Jump. Let me show you my way. So it's jump, 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 which is a nice, quick way to do it. You also lose your breath a little bit more. The other option is to jump, 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 like I'm skiing. Jump, jump. So I will probably use a mix of those two strategies because the last thing you want to do in a workout like this is stand. Is stand still or stand like this. You want to just keep moving. Even on the burpees, maintain a good pace that you can move through for a couple minutes. It's not going to be an incredibly long workout, right? We're going to move fast. This is a sprint by all means, and then we'll reconnect before the strength part and regather ourselves. So I'll give you a second to, if you want to get your own clock, I'm going to be running this clock here. You should be able to see it. I'll make sure it's clear in the background. But again, we're doing 21, 15, 9 burpees facing and over your dumbbell. And then we are doing 4 times the amount of those lateral jumpovers. So this is 1, 2. It's not 1, right? So every time your feet touch on the other side of that dumbbell, it's considered a rep, okay? All right, get some water, get mentally prepared, and let's do this. All right, Covies, I reset the camera a little bit sideways. We're gonna get going. You know, I love a good 3, 2, 1, go. We're gonna blast some tunes. Let's do this, here we go. 10 seconds. 21, 15, 9. 3, 2, 1, go. You're still going. Keep going. I'm gonna let this clock run out to 10 minutes. Close to that clock.
I get to work. I get to clock on.
Go. Almost 9 minutes. All right. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. That was a little spicy. I liked it. Again, the balls of my feet are feeling a little bit. So if you are feeling it too, join me in a down dog. And all I like to do is just roll, not just lift my heels up and down, but really roll the whole foot. So you're rolling top to bottom, ton of pressure. And I would say after this workout, if you have a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball and can mash the bottom of your foot on it, or if you have a friend who can give you a foot massage, even better. Drop your knees down. Child's pose. Hands to the right. Pull the left hip back. And to the other side. And then if you have a dumbbell or something in front of you, still, if you haven't thrown it out the window, we're just going to use this to kind of drop our, if you're going to put your wrists on your dumbbells, and we're just going to drop our head through past that window. Then I'm just going to come up into a saddle position, kiss my toes together, my feet sit on back, stretch out those quads. All right, if you just finished and need some more time to cool down, just press pause and collect yourself. But we're gonna get into the accessory work. And what I love about this, these curl movements is that it's somebody who suffers from a little bit of, I think they call it golfer's elbow, even though I get it from pull-ups. This is great to build strength and to help you avoid getting those kind of pain points from overuse on our elbows. So what we're gonna do is 3 rounds, we call it 21s. So the first round will consist of the following. 7 curls on your lower half. So we're gonna go from full extension straight down, mid-level and back down, and mid-level 7 times. And then we're gonna go right into top half curls. Mid-level, top half, so we're just going to a 90-degree angle, and then we're gonna go full range of motion. So, and then after that, we're going to right into 10 bent over rows. So if you have one dumbbell, which I know a lot of you do, I would suggest doing your curls as such. So keeping it as held with 2 hands here, and then we're just gonna go mid-level and down 7 times, and then we're gonna go up and down 7 times, and then we're gonna go full range of motion. All right, if you have 2 dumbbells and wanna use your arms independently, I know a lot of people don't necessarily have a set, but we'll do the same thing. We're gonna go 7 mid-level, 7 upper level, and then 7 full range of motion. So the key here is isolating the movement to the bicep. And a lot of times you see people start to really struggle and start to bend, or they start to pivot and sort of throw some dynamic movement into the curl. We don't want to see that at all. If you start to feel that, just put your weight down, rest a little bit, shake it off, and get back at it. Or if you find that you're doing that because you don't have the right dumbbell for this portion, either, again, pick one and go a 2-handed, or go fewer reps. So do what works for you. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna use 1 dumbbell, and then we go right into our superset rows. So we're gonna hinge over. We're gonna have a nice neutral spine, and we're gonna bring that dumbbell in. Nice tight elbows to your side, up and down. All right, so we're gonna get after it. I always like to start a clock for fun. So here we go. 3 rounds, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Try to go in again. 14 seconds. You try to do this every 90 seconds a set, all right? Hold yourself accountable. Don't dilly-dally, all right? We said that yesterday, so dilly-dally. And here we go. Hey, Brian? Sorry, we have our friend coming in over our deck. All right, I went nice and late, so if you're working, keep on going. And you can just press pause and join me for the stretch when you are done. But great job. WOD 3 is in the books. And sorry about that interruption. We had somebody helping us out outside, borrowing a piece of equipment for, it's like a power wash on my deck. So anyway, let's get a little stretch on. All right. Let's open up that chest. Let's stretch out the biceps. We're gonna go down to the ground. One arm out to the side, 90-degree angle. Let's roll away from it. You should feel the pump. Oh my God, it's so good. Good, we're gonna press up to a cobra. And again, we're gonna go to a down dog. Lift your heels up again. Good. If you worked out with me yesterday, you would have learned the bicep stretch that I love. So it was getting us ready for today. and then we figure we could hit it again. It's a tabletop. We're gonna put your fingertips towards your bum, splayed out in kind of like a Mickey Mouse position. So my thumbs are faced towards my bum. My fingertips are splayed out. I'm gonna put my feet in a position when I lift my hips that I am sitting in a vertical tabletop. My hips aren't, I'm not sliding over my knees. I'm nicely stacked. I lift my hips up and I just rest my head back. And you should feel a glorious stretch in those really hard to reach and stretch biceps. For some of you that might be a little bit too much. So just come on back down, take a hot second break, come back up. If it wasn't enough, you can either lift your hips a little bit higher, stretch the head back a little bit more. And if it was a little bit too much for you, just drop those hips a little bit lower, you'll still feel it. And if you are a glutton for punishment and want a really, really deep stretch, we're gonna do that same position, but then all you're gonna do is just internally rotate those elbows. So if you just kind of watch my elbows rolling in, it's pretty amazing. Good, then your hips are gonna go down, arms out to the side. Really try to keep those shoulder blades pinned to the ground, elbows, wrists, palms, and a gentle twist. And a twist the other way. Same thing, keep those shoulder blades pinned down. And that's a wrap for QO Mod 3. Everybody have a great weekend, stay safe. And I can't wait to see y'all soon. I have a feeling it's gonna be sooner than later. I don't wanna jinx it. But all right, miss you people. Bye.